Hospitals all throughout the U.S. are at a crisis point. In 2023, almost 50% of the rural hospitals in Mississippi were at risk for closure. So one of the main reasons they're at risk for closure is because they're not bringing in enough money. And there are two reasons for that: underpaid and denied claims. And this is why I created ClaimTra. So hospitals are bleeding revenue. In the US, it's about $260 billion a year is lost because of denials. An average hospital loses about $5 million a year, and 65% of that is recoverable. So revenue lost is care lost, and sometimes in the most vulnerable communities. If a claim is denied by an insurance company, it costs the hospital somewhere between $65 and $120 to find the claim, correct it, and resubmit it. So I've worked with hospitals over the past couple years developing this, and these are all some of the ways I've seen in real life of how it happens. So I was working with a revenue cycle director trying to pinpoint the issue on a claim. She had a stack of paper this big and was flipping through every page, and each page had a little scribble on it or a sticky note trying to put the puzzle together. At ClaimTra, we have put that puzzle together. I've also seen hospitals use manual exports and from various vendor portals or insurance portals or their EHR, their electronic healthcare records. And it's quite crazy in this day and age with all the technology we have that hospitals don't have tools like this. They're drowning in data and they don't have insights. So we take hospitals from paper to intelligence with an automation to bring all their claims into a centralized dashboard with clear, actionable insights. So we have an intelligent denial management platform with AI payment detection to find underpaid and overpaid payments based on historical payments from different insurance companies based on the procedure code. We have and working with hospitals and customers, we determined that they wanted the ability to communicate, get rid of the sticky notes they're putting on claims or the endless emails. So we've built into it a messaging platform and a task assignment platform where they can communicate with staff members to efficiently work together on claims. We've also built in a CMS rate comparison. This allows that Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services to make sure that they are getting reimbursed the correct amount from Medicaid and Medicare. It's a vendor-neutral platform, so a lot of systems require you to have a newer EHR or a newer electronic healthcare records. We can integrate with any EHR or any billing system to help them increase their revenue. So why we're the clear choice? We're efficient, we're vendor-neutral, we offer collaborative tools, and we have the CMS rate comparison. This is important because a lot of insurance contracts are based on the CMS rate, where the insurance company says they'll pay you 110%, 120% of the CMS rate. And that is where a lot of these are missing the mark. So who we aim to serve. We found that the best market fit for this tool at this time is small to medium-sized hospitals that do about $20 million to $100 million a year in revenue. While working with a hospital in the Southwest, the CFO's remark was there was no tool like this on the market. Working with another hospital, they also increased the revenue by $100,000 a month. That's $1.2 million a year. So in the US, there's about 6,000 hospitals, and they spend about $14 billion a year in analytics. And our target market is about 1,700 hospitals that do that 20 to 100 million, and they spend about $2 billion a year in analytics. So within the first 3 to 5 years, we expect to have 240 hospitals, which equates to about 1.8 million in monthly recurring revenue. So we're a subscription SaaS product with a rapid ROI. We'll start out $7,500 a month per hospital with a $5,000 implementation fee. This is the starting point, and so the fee will go up from there based on the average volume of the hospital. We're going to offer a 30-day free trial to get in the door and show these hospitals that they can recover more than that $7,500 within that first 30 days. So each hospital will be about $90,000 in AAR, and when 3 to 5 years at that 240 hospitals will be $21 million in AAR. So how we got here. So 2022, I first started working with hospitals and consulting on a consulting basis, trying to find efficiencies and ways to make them better. I started doing floor productivity and pharmacy formularies, supply chain, and I found a real need in revenue cycle. So in 2023, I developed the first initial solution of this, and this was using extracts from EHRs and vendor portals, and I found that data was sometimes missing or data was in different silos, and it wasn't very efficient. So in 2024, I developed this fully automated process. And then this year in 2025, we fully built out the HIPAA-compliant backend. So by end of 2025, we're going to have our first standalone client that is not going to be in a consulting relationship. And then into first quarter of 2026, we're going to hire some new devs, or hire devs to build out new features. And by Q1 2026, we'll be SOC 2 compliant. And then we're also a feature that we're working on with contract management where you can plug in a plain text insurance contract and it'll actually output the procedure codes and what you should be reimbursed for that. And then by mid-2026, we will be in 8 hospitals. So right now it's just me. There hasn't been a need for anyone else. I'm looking to grow that and further build this out and rapidly grow this product. So I'm looking to build out a business development team and a product enhancement team with some developers to build out some of these new features that we have in the pipeline. I have some great mentors that I've been working with. Some of them are in the room today. Harvey Fizer is the Dean of Millsap's Eltz School of Management. John Fair, who's the president of Mississippi Seed Fund. Tom Edgton, who's the regional manager of Medicare Sales, Anthem Health. And Sean Helwig is the CEO of AssessIT.io. So we're looking to get some funds today to accelerate the new feature growth, become SOC 2 compliant, expand to these 8 hospitals. And to do that, we're going to build an outside sales team, an onboarding team. And to do that, I'm looking to raise about $300,000. So why ClaimTra wins? We're an AI-driven, vendor-neutral, collaborative platform to increase efficiencies in hospitals. We replace spreadsheets and data silos with speed and intelligence. We built this tool with hospitals, being in the trenches with these hospitals. And we're set for rapid growth in 2026. Let's fix the system together. Any questions? Yes. I do not have that in here. But it'll be about March or April of next year. Yes. I have a hospital I'm working with down on the coast. I have a couple in the pipeline that I am working with, yes, on different other consulting relationships. But yes, everyone has been interested in this.
You want to hire salespeople. That's a very expensive sales model. How did you come up with that percentage?
Yeah, so I have crunched the numbers, kind of like what it would look like to pay out some of those commissions, and it was expensive. I have considered that model. I'm just looking for the right strategic partner to do that. I think that may be a good move to move towards, but I have not found the right strategic partner for that. Yes? Yes. Well, that's a good question. We can talk a little more on the technicalities there. I think that, yeah, there's the ability, but working in some of the systems that I have worked with, I haven't found the right way to do that currently. Yes.
This is a negative thing to say, but have you considered what insurance companies will do as a competitive response because it's going to cost them a lot of money, and they'll have a competitive response on it?
So insurance companies already have the data. Hospitals don't have the data in their hands. So it can be twofold as well, too, because hospitals will then have the data to better negotiate their contracts in the future as well, too, to prevent that kind of blowback from insurance companies. Yes?
Don't revenue cycle management companies do this, maybe manually, but aren't they looking at AI also?
So yes, there is so I was just working with a revenue cycle management company, and to even just get the data we have, they have a whole team in India just inputting it. So it's there, but it's moving very slowly. It can also be used for hospitals to monitor the revenue cycle team to make sure they're getting the appropriate value out of the revenue cycle team. Yes. I'll come back to you.
Are hospitals mainly switching from competitors to use your product, or are you just like old school Excel post-it notes?
Old school Excel post-it notes. So there are a few solutions out there, but the ones that were in the kind of the competitive slide are still newer to the market.
It just seems like the process that you have here could expand into tangentially into other areas, and you don't have to give away sort of give away software. It just seems like there's a possibility.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that there's a lot of different things that it could tie into. That's where it's kind of transactional based as well.
What do you see as your biggest challenge getting into these rural hospitals, and how do you plan to overcome it?
Yeah, so a lot of these hospitals are swamped. This is why I created this tool, because they are swamped and it's sometimes hard to get in the door. So I'm looking to build an outside sales team that can, right now it's just me and I can't call on these hospitals every day to get in the door. So I'm looking to build an outside sales team to get into these hospitals.
What is that sales cycle look like?
Right now it's about 90 days.
And what's the onboarding time?
The onboarding time is about 30 to 60 days, depending on what they have on their back end.
And each contract is customized?
Each contract will be customized to the hospital. Yes.
So this is a huge problem. I've worked with a lot of hospitals, but this has been, like you said, I think it's catastrophic for a lot of rural communities. So I'm really happy to be working towards this. Getting into a hospital is a challenge. Getting adoption and having them retain that is a bigger challenge.
Mhm.
For people, process technology is usually not the technology that's the reason why the adoption fails. Can you talk a little bit about the users that are going to be using this and any frictions or challenges that you see in adopting?
That's a great question. I have thought about that. There is definitely, like, working with rural hospitals, kind of a fear of technology. A lot of them are, but we believe that if they integrate this in their daily workflow, they'll make them more efficient, they'll sleep better, and they won't pull their hair out at night. So, yeah. That's all I have. Thank you, guys.